So a lot of affiliate networks will show you like this is the average eCPM. So this is what affiliates are earning per thousand impressions. I'll take that data, put it into a spreadsheet, and give that to the AI, and then say, okay, I want to create 10 campaigns based off of the traffic data and the offer data. Like which countries should we test, and then create campaigns for those countries for me, and it can do it.
Hi, everyone, and welcome back to a new episode of Champions of Performance Marketing. I'm Julia Adergit, your host, and today's guest is someone that many affiliates already know, especially if you have ever looked for real insights in this industry. I'm here with Luke Kling. He's the founder of affLIFT, one of the largest marketing communities that are out there in our days. Luke has a lot of experience in affiliate marketing, but not only in running a community, but also in running campaigns. So I'm really excited for him to share his experience. Today, we are going to talk about communities, traffic sources, campaign optimization, and mostly how affiliates can stay competitive in 2026. And I hope Luke can help us on that. Hi, Luke. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm excited to see how our conversation goes, and hopefully we'll be able to share something that people will find useful.
I'm sure of it. I'm really excited about this. Let's start with the beginning. I always like to ask this. How did you get into affiliate marketing? What's your story on this?
So I've been doing affiliate marketing for a very, very, very long time now. I got my start, I was like probably 14 or 15, which is over 20 years ago now. And I was building websites. I've always been interested in building websites and kind of just being able to publish content or whatever. I mean, back in the day, you didn't consider it content. It was just like putting anything on the web and then making it so that anyone else can see it is just something that's always kind of fascinated me since I was little. And so I got my start building websites, and then eventually I got to the point where I was ready to try to monetize websites, and eventually I landed on affiliate marketing. So
Okay.
I've been doing affiliate marketing for a very long time, and I've done like every aspect of the industry and of affiliate marketing as well. So originally I worked for an affiliate network when I was in high school as an affiliate manager, and I worked remote. And again, this is when I was like 15 or 16 years old. I worked for this affiliate network, and that's kind of where I actually got my start. I did a little bit of affiliate marketing, but I got my start really working for an affiliate network. And ever since then, I've been an affiliate essentially my entire life since then, and I've worked in some aspect of the industry ever since then as well. I've never really left the industry.
And how did your affLIFT come to life? How did you get to the idea to start it?
So I was an affiliate manager for a very large affiliate network called PureFly, and I helped start up PureFly, and we kind of grew. And it got to the point where I was managing way too many accounts. So I was managing like 30 or 40,000 accounts. And when something like that happens, I had a ton of emails coming in every single day. And a lot of the stuff that I was getting asked was similar. So I would have common questions essentially. And originally I launched a blog. So I wrote my blog, and I answered some of the affiliate marketing questions I could do. I shared my experiences as an affiliate myself. So like I would write about both being an affiliate manager and being an affiliate, because I was running campaigns and stuff on my own. And I built this audience. And then eventually I was like, well, it'd be cool to have a community. So I was a member of some of the free affiliate marketing forums. And then I also joined some of the paid affiliate marketing forums this is like 2018. And it was clear there was an opportunity to create some sort of middle ground, right? There were the free forums that were packed full of spam. There was some good content, but for the most part, the free forums were not great. And then there were the paid forums that were like, $100, $200 a month. And those were great. There was great content, but it was outside of, it was not affordable for a lot of the affiliates that I worked with. So I was like, I wanted to create a middle ground where we had an affordable affiliate marketing forum with premium content. And this was like actually a year before PureFly shut down. I obviously didn't know PureFly was going to shut down. But I launched affLIFT as like a way to like, oh, okay, I have all this information. I've been publishing it on my blog. I've built this community, these people that, read my newsletters, read my blog. I want to try to bring all that together and make it so that, we build this community. I'm only going to charge $20 a month. I want anyone to be able to afford it. And I actually want it to be something where people can be ROI positive on their membership. So I wanted affiliates to join who could read the content and then make back the money that they were paying me for their membership. And it was never really my goal for affLIFT to be like its own business. It was just kind of like I worked for PureFly, I had all this stuff going on, and I wanted to build this community, and it seemed like a good opportunity. I was hoping, be able to cover the cost of the servers and stuff like that. And It kind of blew up.
So it started more like a side business,
Oh,
not
absolutely. Yeah, it
really a
was
business.
100%. Yeah. It was 100% a side business. I actually had another side business at the time, a social media marketing tool that I created, and that was my focus. Like I was a full-time employee for PureFly. I was the director of marketing and working with all these affiliates in my team of affiliate managers. That was my full-time job. I had this side project called FP Traffic. It was a social media marketing tool that was doing really, really well. I mean, I made more from that than I did from my full-time job. So I had like this full-time job, I had this other project, and then affLIFT just like popped in my head. I don't know. I actually don't remember what spawned it. I remember having a conversation with the Chad, the owner of PureFly at the time, and saying, "Hey, I'm interested in maybe doing this. I think it could be beneficial for all of our publishers. I think it could be beneficial for PureFly. I think that it's something that the industry needs, and blah blah blah." And so I launched it, yeah, just as a side project, and yeah, yeah, I'm glad I did. It turned out
And it
awesome.
became a full-time business.
Yes, yeah. PureFly shut down, and when PureFly shut down, I was like, I'm going. At the time, affLIFT still wasn't necessarily big enough to support me by itself, but I had, like I said, I had the social media marketing tool, and I had other revenue sources from my own affiliate marketing stuff like that. So I was like, I'm going to work full time on these projects. I'm not going to try to find a new job. I'm just going to try to work for myself. And now affLIFT is my biggest is my biggest business, and it's takes up pretty much all my time. So now I work full time on affLIFT.
Apart from your other business on social, or that's no longer.
Yeah, so the social media marketing tool still exists. I still have customers that use it. Actually, with the revolution of AI and stuff and AI programming, I'm looking at potentially reviving that project. That business I launched in 2013, so it's pretty old, but it works well. And yeah, it's still a thing, but by far, affLIFT is the thing that takes up most of my time.
And now I think a question that you get all the time: what makes affLIFT different from other communities?
Sure. Well, since the beginning with affLIFT, I wanted it to be a helpful community, and I wanted so we wanted it to be friendly. I wanted it to be helpful, and I wanted everyone, like I said, I wanted everyone to be able to be ROI positive on their membership. So I didn't want it to be something where it was, you know, it got expensive or became to the point where it outgrew itself essentially. I didn't want that. I've never, like I said, when I launched it, I had no ambition to even convert it into a business. Now that it is a business, my ambition is still I just want it to be a useful resource for everyone in the affiliate industry. And I don't want there to be a barrier for an affiliate in India. I want them to be able to pay for their membership and participate in the community and learn and earn revenue from what they learned from the community. So what I think one thing that really sets affLIFT apart is we do have like the most premium content in the industry. It's We're going to have next month. We'll celebrate 8 years since I launched affLIFT, and over those 8 years,
Congratulations.
thank you. Over those 8 years, I have a team of community leaders, and we have a ton of members that have contributed. We have by far the best comprehensive resource of everything affiliate marketing. Like we have guides and case studies and example campaigns for pretty much every type of campaign or any question that you could come up with related to affiliate marketing. I
And
think
follow
that's really
alongs.
and follow, yes, exactly. Follow-ons. Like we have so much content now that we didn't have at the beginning, obviously, that now it's like that's really, I think, what sets us apart is I mean, not only is it affordable, not only do we have the most helpful and friendly community, but we also have the best content. So um I think what sets affLIFT apart from everybody else now is like we are kind of in our own league. And I'm not saying that as like an ego thing or anything like that, or to pat myself on the back, but like I truly believe at this point, like there's nothing else in the industry that is like affLIFT. So we kind of have our own thing, and the community hasn't changed. Like we still have the best, we have I say the best members. Our members are probably members of other forums too, but like they're just super friendly and helpful. And we've kind of built a culture around like making that what we do in our community, which is not necessarily how it is in the industry. Like the affiliate industry over the years,
Very
like
private.
sorry. Yes, very
It's
private.
very private. Yeah.
Lots of big egos, like people that make money, like, they want everybody else to know it and they want to show off and buy their Lamborghinis and crap. And that's never been like what we've been about on affLIFT. I've kind of tried to push that out of our culture. Like we want those people in the community if they're willing to share. If they're not willing to share, if they're not willing to contribute, then we don't really care to have them. Like they're no value to us. So yeah, we have members in our community that make way more money than I make, and you would never know it. So it's just a cool community.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's a cool community. We joined affLIFT a while back, and I still think it's one of the best communities out there. And I agree with you on that. I like
Thanks.
how you keep getting people engaged. It's very difficult to do that, to engage the community. I don't know exactly what's your secret, but you manage very well to keep the people there and to engage them.
I appreciate that. That is something that I've worked on a lot for, like I said, almost 8 years now. Like running a community and a forum especially is not easy. Like
I can imagine.
this has been way. I think when I launched it, I probably had some sort of idea of like this is how complicated this is going to be, and it's definitely harder than I think I expected. And as the years have gone by, it hasn't gotten any easier. There's still a lot that goes into retaining your members, keeping people engaged, obviously bringing new people in, and then in our industry, there's a cycle, right? Like I feel like the average affiliate, their lifespan in the industry when somebody starts brand new is like 6 months. Like if they're not making money within 6 months, they're gone, right? But what we've
I know
seen
that
is
very well.
and most people that are in this industry understand this, especially like an affiliate manager who sees it all the time, like, tool resource account manager, stuff like that. But what's interesting is that through constant and this is a freebie for everybody listening to this. Constantly looking for engagement by providing value to those people can bring them back. So on affLIFT, maybe a guy cancels right now. Okay, there's a member. He's been a member for 6 months. He's not generating enough revenue for it to be feasible for him at this time. He cancels his membership. I still send him content constantly. So like I'm still reaching out to that person. I have personally reached out to every single person that has canceled their affLIFT membership since day one. So if you go on and cancel your affLIFT membership right now, probably within 24 hours, you're going to get an email from me. That's not an automated email. I reach out to every single person that cancels because I'm trying to let them know, like, hey, I'm still here. Like, whatever, you're not paying for a membership or, that's fine. I'm still here to try to help. And also, I want them to know that, like, there's an open line of communication here too. 10 months from now, if you send me an email or reply to that email, I'm still going to respond. Like, I'm here to help. Anyway, constant engagement with members and reaching out to your customers, even the ones that aren't currently paying you, is critical. It's so much easier to get somebody that has paid you before to pay you again than it is to find somebody brand new to start paying you. I could go off on a tangent about this in our industry right now if you wanted to, but yeah. So anyway, like guy cancels today. 10 months from now, he's been getting an email from me every single week, 2 emails, sometimes 3 emails, and he sees something on Facebook or he sees something somewhere that like sparks it, like, oh my God, I got to try this, something affiliate marketing related. He's going to come back, he's going to resubscribe, and he's going to look for information about that topic on the forum. He's going to look for discussions. He's maybe going to start a new thread like, hey guys, I just saw this on Facebook. Is anybody doing this? Something like that. So like, I want us to be that resource for people. And that has been something that I've been doing since the beginning. Like the constant engagement is just reaching out, letting people know like, hey, we're here. Like we have this content. This is what's going on. It doesn't always work. Not everybody's going to come back, but it's worth a shot.
Yeah, I like this mentality of, this mindset of helping others before thinking about gaining something like that. I really love it. And yeah, I fully support it. Okay, let's get back to campaigns. What do you see affiliates struggling with the most? You read so much on, campaigns, discussions. What do you think they struggle the most right now?
I guess it depends on the level of the affiliate. The beginners, it's funny, like with AI and the way that technology is advancing, you would think that the basics, like setting up a postback URL, would be easy. right? You'd think like, oh, okay, we've figured out a way to make that super easy, and that's no longer a problem. What we see from the newbies, people that are just coming into the industry, it's still a complicated process. And I don't think really there's too much that you can do to bypass that. Not everyone that joins the affiliate industry immediately is technologically savvy, right? They're just trying to supplement their income by promoting, or they read about something and they want to try it. So the technological barrier, I would say, is still there for many, many, many affiliates. And I don't think that that's something necessarily that AI or anything else is really going to be able to completely defeat. Like that's always going to be a little bit of a barrier. What we do is we try to provide guides and examples and some hand holding with setting up the first campaign to try to teach people how to do it. But that's always going to be there. So that's number one, I think, for like beginners and newbies. Once you get past that stage and you have some experience with working with a tracking tool and setting up your first campaign, I think a lot of it is simply like what to promote, right? Like a lot of
Yeah.
affiliates, they don't understand. Like they don't fully get it. They're going to try a smart link on Facebook, or no, well, actually, that worked pretty well for some of our members recently. But so that might be a bad example of what's not going to work. But they'll try something that somebody that has experience knows clearly is not going to work. But they still, they read about it or whatever, and they try it. So like figuring out what to promote and where, I think is a big barrier for beginner slash intermediate affiliates. We see it on the forum all the time. People will do a follow on contest where all you have to do is set up a campaign and then post about it on the forum, and then you're entered into the contest to earn some prize money. And
And you get also feedback from the others, which is very valuable, I think.
yes, and people will jump in and they'll just run whatever campaign that pops in their head, right? Like they're like, oh, geez, all I got to do is make this, and then I'm gonna get some of my money back. Perfect, which is what we want. But you see what they set up, and you're like, oh, okay, that's not gonna work. Like
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
you should
exactly.
probably try something else. But yeah, so what to promote and where is definitely a big barrier. And then I would say like the more advanced affiliates, they have completely different problems than the beginners and the intermediates. The people that have been doing it for a couple of years, they'll run into their own issues. Right now, it seems to be a lot of people are struggling with like having their Facebook accounts banned or things like that, which understandable is causes some issues. So the issues that
Frustration.
people run into depends on their level. The cool thing about affLIFT, not to toot our own horn or anything here, but it's like we have discussions about all different levels, and the community response on a thread, it's very intermixed. So like you'll have experienced guys replying to the simple questions, and then you'll have the newbies that are like, wait a minute, how did you do that on like a way advanced thread? So yeah, I think that kind of is a where we're at on that.
And if you have a recommendation of, I don't know, traffic sources that someone could start or are working now best, do
Yeah,
or you
sure.
are
So
running and you find them like successful?
sure. So every year we do the Peak Awards, and the Peak Awards are like our industry survey where we send it out to all our members, and then we try to get non-affiliate members, so anyone in the industry that's doing affiliate marketing, to respond. And essentially, we're looking for who they're working with, who they're having the best results with, what's their favorite traffic source, right? And Propeller Ads has won that every single year that we've done it so far. Propeller Ads is probably the number one traffic source in the industry as far as like most affiliates are concerned, and I'm not going to disagree with them. The traffic quality is great. The A newbie can sign up for Propeller Ads and run a campaign, and they're pretty much guaranteed to see their first conversion, which is nice. It's not necessarily going to be a profitable campaign, but the traffic on there tends to convert pretty well, and they have a bunch of different ad formats and stuff that you can test. So my when somebody reaches out to me like, hey, what traffic source should I try? My typical response is like, well, are you using Propeller Ads? And if they are, and they're having success and they're looking to scale somewhere else, then we'll start talking about ad formats, or what's working, and things like that, to try to lead them in the right direction. Yeah, Propeller Ads is usually number one, and then the rest of it would just really depend on what type of campaign the affiliate wants to run. If they're going to run an adult campaign, my response is going to be different than if they're looking for mainstream traffic, or if they're looking specifically for push notification traffic, I might have a different response to that. So it really just depends. And actually, a lot of times I look at see what traffic sources people are talking about on the forum, and then I'll use that as like, oh, okay, well, there's a lot of people talking about Hilltop Ads. I'm going to go run campaigns there, which actually I did last year, and it went really, really well. And it was from a recommendation from somebody on the forum. Not that I
Oh,
didn't know about Hilltop yeah, and it's not that I didn't know about Hilltop Ads. I made a video about them years ago. I hadn't used them in a while. All of a sudden, they got some publishers on there that are driving good traffic, and then the advertisers, the affiliates are seeing it. They start talking about it. I'm like, yeah, let's give that a shot. So things change. Our industry is a roller coaster. You've heard that phrase, and
yeah.
if you're watching this video, you've probably heard that phrase. The affiliate industry is constantly changing, and it's one of the things I love about our industry. Also, it makes it very, very difficult. So you always kind of have to be looking around and seeing what's working, and kind of work off of that.
Yeah, it's always every year it's a talk about affiliate marketing dying or something like that, you know? And I always say it's not dying, it's adapting. It's an industry that adapts so well and it's a lot of variation.
Yes, I would say that the affiliate industry is kind of a frontier for a lot of different ad formats and types of advertising that then move on to like more mainstream. Affiliates were running campaigns on Facebook before pretty much anyone else was, right? Like this is kind of like how it goes. The affiliate industry is kind of a frontier. We try the things, the new things. We're experimenting constantly, and then finally, big brands and other big companies will come in and be like, "Oh, I should be buying ads on Facebook too." And then it becomes more complicated for the affiliate. That's one of the reasons I think it's constantly changing because we're always testing, we're always looking for new things. We compete, we have to compete with big brands with big budgets and stuff like that. So like we're always looking for what's going to be the cheapest option to drive the highest profit, and the big brands are just like we're just going to dump money at it anyway. It doesn't matter what the profit looks like, which drives up costs, and then we have to look around and find out what's next. So yeah, it's always changing, and yeah, people are always saying it's going to die. People have been saying the affiliate industry is dead since I started, and like I said, that was decades ago. So still here.
Yeah, exactly. Still you're still growing. You said about Facebook and stuff like that. Do you think people should start with mainstream traffic sources or they should start with, like you said, popular ads or similar traffic sources?
I I typically recommend starting with the more affiliate friendly traffic sources, and the mainstream traffic sources for the most part are not affiliate friendly.
Mm.
So my recommendation for a new or even an intermediate level affiliate is to work more with like propeller ads or the companies that are on the forum. I don't so like this is something that comes up sometimes. It's like I am not recommending propeller ads because they're paying for an affLIFT membership, right? Like if they weren't on affLIFT, I would still be recommending propeller ads. I recommend the companies that are on the forum because they're there, and they're providing value to the affiliate, and providing information to the affiliate. But for the most part, an affiliate is going to want to start with one of those companies, and those companies are there because they want to work with the affiliate. So anyway, yeah, I typically recommend like a Propeller Ads or Ad Cash or like I said, Hilltop Ads or any of the more affiliate friendly traffic sources over a mainstream source. Once you're ready to scale, or if you are an experienced affiliate that is willing to get an account banned or whatever, then yeah, shoot for the moon and try to set up a campaign on Facebook. We had a lot of members last year that did really, really well with Facebook that were posting about it on the forum and stuff. So it's definitely possible. It's just not something I would say, you're brand new to affiliate marketing, go try this. That's not the case.
Exactly. Yeah, I agree. And what about verticals? What verticals are you see growing? I don't know, lately.
Well, like again, the vertical depends on the ad format and what you're focused on, but we're seeing a lot of members talking about VPN still. So like, I don't know, especially with like internet security and stuff like that. The pop networks are all getting a ton of VPN ads that are performing well. So VPN, we're seeing some browser-based games doing well, which is cool. Um, in the adult market, we're seeing also adult games doing well, and like video type sites and AI girlfriend type stuff. There's a lot of that right now that seems to be doing well. There's so many of those companies popping up. I'm like, people must be making money from this, right? Like you don't see a bunch of the companies popping up in the same vertical unless that vertical is making money. So years ago, it was Chrome extensions. So you go to Affiliate Summit and you'd set up a table or you'd walk around and talking to people there, and one out of every eight people there were doing something with Chrome extensions. It's like, well, that must be doing well, right? Like everybody's making money with Chrome extensions. Right now, that seems to be a lot of that is in the AI space. It seems like all the companies are doing something with AI. So if it's like a AI companion or AI assistant or AI girlfriend or whatever, or tools around AI also seem to be doing well. But we're seeing a lot of that. The carrier billing offers, we still see a lot of that. Granted, a lot of the conversation on affLIFT is around pop-ups and push notifications and that type of traffic. So you need an offer that's very generic. So like it will work for basically any website or any user that happens on to be on the website. So surveys and things like that seem to do well.
And how do you choose this offer? I mean, probably going to an affiliate network. I know some affiliates work directly with brands, but those are like more experienced affiliates. Smaller or starting out, middle affiliates usually go to an affiliate network, right?
Yes. Yeah. So what I typically recommend is we have I mentioned the peak awards. We do the top traffic sources. We do the top affiliate networks, and typically those are the networks that are most popular with the other members of the forum, the other members of the affiliate industry. So those are the ones I would look at and
Okay.
just sign up, create an account, see what they have, or reach out to an account manager, search for an offer on OfferVault. So yeah, I would just do my research and see, what affiliate networks are currently popular, what types of offers do they have. They're going to have all the ones I just mentioned. And then lately, I've also been telling people like because things are so competitive, you know, Zaydo is a great affiliate network. Okay, there's Propeller Ads affiliate network. They have great offers that perform well, but literally everybody is running those offers, so it's highly competitive. So maybe you want to look for more of like a direct affiliate program that you can work with instead of trying to compete with everybody else on the survey offer. So on affLIFT, we have affiliate programs that join every single day. We have a directory of them, and that's like kind of a way to try to work more direct with an advertiser. So it's a little bit what's the word here? It's a little bit probably more work, and it's less diversified than like joining an affiliate network. But it is a way to get a little bit of an edge because it's not going to be as competitive. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah. You have more unique offers, I would say, not something that everybody is running, but it's more difficult to set it up and get it probably than, joining an affiliate network and get all the offers that are out there.
Yes. Also, I obviously have a background as an affiliate manager. Having a good relationship with an affiliate manager can go a long way. So I have great relationships with multiple account managers and affiliate managers at pretty much every affiliate network. And they'll reach out to me if there's something new that seems to be working well, or they're excited about a new offer or advertiser that they're working with. They'll reach out to me and be like, "Hey, Luke, we're about to start this campaign with XYZ, like, is this something you'd be interested in trying?" And typically I'm like, yes, let me go ahead and test that before everybody else does. uh,
So before making that offer public, right, for everybody on the.
yeah, it wouldn't necessarily have to be a private offer. It does happen where you can get a private offer before everybody else. I would say that's less common. It's more like just a heads up, like, hey, we have this and or we're getting this and we're excited about it. And the affiliate manager just wants to get a couple of good affiliates on board so that once the offer is ready, it initially will get traction, right? Like they don't want an offer on their affiliate network just sitting there like at a used car lot or something where it's just sitting there for a month and nobody's running it. So they'll reach out to try to get some initial traction on offers that are either brand new or going to be added soon. So yeah, creating a good relationship with your affiliate managers can go a long way.
And when you run an offer, do you recommend starting with a direct link or using a lander? How do you usually do it yourself?
It really depends on the offer. If it's an offer that okay, so like if it's a vertical that I have experience with, dating, let's use that as an example. So if it's a dating offer that has just like a direct registration page, which aren't as common anymore, but it used to be very, very popular. Something like that, I maybe would create a pre-lander for just to like warm up the lead before they get to the registration page. If it's something where it's an offer where the landing page is already awesome. So like if you're running an affiliate campaign, you should look and see what you're promoting. That rule number one. So take a look and see what you're promoting. And after running enough offers, you'll start to get a feel for, okay, this landing page looks very similar to one I ran a year ago and that performed well. So I'm going to just do this. Or you'll say, okay, this landing page looks similar to the one that I ran before, but it didn't perform as well and I used this type of landing page, then maybe you'd want to try something like that. So a lot of it is based off of experience. My recommendation for somebody that isn't sure, so if somebody reaches out to me and they're like, hey, Luke, should I use a landing page on this? Almost always I'll be like, yes. Like it can't hurt. Like running a landing page, split testing against a direct link, you're going to know pretty quickly whether which one's performing better. If it's a direct link, remove your landing page and just send it direct. If it's the landing page, then maybe split test a few more using a cool tracker. like CPV led. And so yeah, I think it just depends on the campaign, but almost always the recommendation on affLIFT between me and my community leaders is like, well, it can't hurt if you can spin up a landing page and test it, you should do it because 9 times, or not, maybe not 9 times, we'll say 7 times out of 10, you'll see that the landing page can be effective.
Okay, so in the end, it goes back to testing either
Yeah.
ways and decide for yourself. So you don't recommend probably just test direct linking first to test their offer to see if it's converting and then build the landing page. Maybe you have the landing page and you should try both ways.
Yeah, so that's a good point though. Like, if the offer is not converting at all, it doesn't matter. You can put a landing page in front of it; it still might not convert. So
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, I mean, at the same time though, if you're just split testing, sending 50% to a landing page and 50% to the direct link, maybe the direct link isn't going to perform without the landing page. So if you just sent the direct link traffic and never use the landing page, you might say, well, this offer stinks; it's not going to work. Maybe it just doesn't have a great landing page, and you needed something in front of it to try to really pre-sell it. Again, yeah, the motto in affiliate marketing is test, test, and test again, right? So like
Exactly.
we're sitting here discussing like theoreticals when really it's the only way to know is to test it out.
For creatives, I wanted to see about creatives. So for example, for push traffic, because I know you have kind of experience there, right?
Yep.
I don't know how many creatives should they test for a campaign, for example. Again,
It
yes,
depends. So yeah, with push, typically it would do like probably 3 to 5 to start. Just
3 times.
different looks. With AI, it's so much easier now than it used to be. You can literally just like create one creative, one image or one title and description, and then put that into AI and ask it to create, 4 more variations. And within 10 seconds, you've got everything you need. Back in my day, we had to manually do that, and it was a little bit more of a time constraint. But now it's just so easy to do that it's one of those things where it's the more the better. And 3 to 5 with push creative specifically is something that I pretty much do every single time. With landing page creatives, again, now with AI, it's easier. I would say be careful. My thoughts on AI landing pages, a lot of times right now, still, they can look very much built like they were created with AI, depending on what model you use. And in those cases, like I think you're going to have disappointing results. It really depends. Again, like sometimes AI will spit out something awesome. Sometimes you'll get creatives that aren't great. It really just depends. And sometimes the ones that you don't think are going to perform well perform well. So it's again, you got to test, test, and test, test. But I would say probably, with push specifically, 3 to 5 is good. With landing pages, I'll do one at least, to do the 50-50 split test if I'm going to do a landing page, but adding a couple extra variations is good. My personal AI assistant that I use right now for my campaigns where I'm not direct linking, it will do 3 to 5 landing pages typically too. So that's my kind of where I do it. The one thing though to keep in mind if you're watching this and you haven't really done a lot of affiliate marketing with landing pages is your budget is going to have to grow the more landing pages that you add. So if I'm split testing 2 landing pages on a campaign, my budget, and let's say I'm just going to use $20. $20. I'm split testing 2 landing pages. A even split test gives each landing page $10 worth of traffic. If I do 5 landing pages, we go from $10 per landing page worth of traffic to $4. Obviously, the amount of data that you get for $4 is a lot less than you get for $10. You have to kind of grow your budget as you grow your variables that you're split testing, and that's something that affiliates mess up. Yet beginner affiliates, they'll run $2 worth of traffic and be like, this offer is not converting. It's like, well, no, you just don't have enough data to say that. Like, it might not be, but it could be awesome.
Okay.
But you need more data. So anyway, the more variables you add, the more you have to increase your budget on a campaign. But also, once you find something that works, you can scale.
And how do you decide which one to scale? I mean, what metrics do you follow to tell you that a campaign is working and it should be optimized and grow, scaled? I don't know what you are following, apart from conversions, of course.
Yes. So yeah, ROI is number one, right? Like,
Of course.
um, your ROI should be probably your main thing that you want to grow. Well, profit obviously correlates with that, but with a landing page, you're going to want to look at your click through rate. You're going to want to look at your EPC. How much are you earning every time somebody clicks the little button on your landing page, or how much are you earning every time somebody visits your landing page, your EPV. So you have lots of different metrics. So there's with affiliate marketing and marketing in general, if you're paying attention, there's a ton of different ways that you can measure a campaign. And there's a ton of different ways you can measure the success of a campaign. I think probably my main focus and probably what most affiliates are going to want to pay attention to is your profit and your ROI. So is your ROI worth it? Is 10% ROI on a campaign that's generating $100 a day worth it? It depends on the affiliate. Profit, if you're spending, $100 a day, what's your profit goal? 30% ROI is like kind of my cutoff. I'm looking for 30%. If it's below 30%, it's possible that I'm going to stick with it. Maybe it'll still be worth it. But typically, if I'm optimizing a campaign and I'm trying to scale or I'm trying to figure out like, is this going to be worth my time? I want to see at least 30% ROI because obviously there's a lot of costs associated with your affiliate campaign as well that sometimes people forget. Your tracker, so your tracking tool. How much are you paying a month for that? You want to be able to cover that. Your affLIFT membership, right? Like you want to be able to make back that $20. So it really depends. My main metrics that I focus on, if I'm using a landing page and I'm very early on the campaign, I'm just trying to get my click through rate up. I'm trying to see I'm getting enough data on the amount of traffic that the offer is getting that I can say, okay, this is going to work or this is not going to work. And then once I see that that's the case, then I'm looking at, okay, conversions. I need to start seeing conversions. I need to get an positive ROI. I'm trying to get to my, magical 30% and then hopefully scale beyond that. But that's kind of my strategy and what I focus on.
Yeah, your strategy and your experience with what I'm looking for here. Okay, you mentioned that you have an AI assistant. You built it. What technology are you using or what he does for you? It does.
Oh no, you can call him he.
Okay.
Jeff. Jeff is the name of my AI. I first started messing around with AI a couple years ago, and I believe affLIFT was one of the first forums to actually have an AI member. So I created Einstein, and Einstein is like the AI community leader on affLIFT. And early on, I decided if you're going to have an AI, you might as well give it a persona, right? With Einstein, it was just like, oh, okay, let's make this guy smart. Let's give him a name so that he's easy to reference. And yeah, I'll just go ahead and give him a pronoun too. Now
The good
I'm
name.
more yeah. Now, just probably about, I guess, 2 months ago, I started playing around with more uh, complex AI assistant that uses OpenClaw, and we have discussions about this already on affLIFT. And my AI assistant, his name is Jeff, and he uses Opus 4.6 currently, which is AI model from Anthropic. Claude, and yeah, he does a lot for me. It's been pretty cool. It's been a fun experiment. It's kind of I think I mentioned on the forum like I think that this is essentially the future. I think everybody's probably going to have an AI assistant that is personalized for them and is one that you can train to help you with the tasks that you have to do. Especially ones you don't really want to do, but you have to do for whatever your job is, or even personal tasks as well, I guess. So yeah, Jeff, he lives on Telegram, and I talk to him throughout the day, working on different projects for affLIFT, side projects, affiliate campaigns. He does a lot of monitoring for me. So I've programmed. I haven't done any of the programming. He's done the programming, but I've walked him through like how I monitor an affiliate campaign and what I'm looking for. I mentioned 30%. So like, let's say Jeff is going through my stats on propeller ads. He'll, flag campaigns for me that are below the 30%, that are above zero. So they're profitable, but not quite where I want them yet. He'll flag those and like notify me about those. If it's way above 30%, he knows we got a rocket ship. He'll, send me that too. If it's something that's just not performing well at all and I haven't already paused it, he'll pause it or notify me about that too. So I'm using the AI assistant right now as more of like an actual assistant. So like if I were to hire somebody to be a executive assistant for me and help me manage everything on affLIFT, not the content, but like the workflow, that is now a task that I can give to my AI assistant, Jeff, and he can help me with it.
Exactly, the workflow.
Yes, workflows and systems. Years ago, Charles No, he was a popular affiliate, super affiliate, and he wrote an article. He had a blog. He wrote an article on his blog about systems and creating systems for your workflow. And I implemented a lot of what I learned from him in what I've been doing with my businesses over the past, 8 years or whatever. And now it's like, okay, this worked really well for me. Now I'm trying to give it to the AI so the AI can do a lot of the stuff for me. And the beautiful thing about AI is it will do it every single day, no matter what, right? So like I can be sick in bed or I can be at the beach and the AI can still do those workflows, complete those systems for me. And all I have to do is kind of check in. So
And
that's kind of
be
what I'm doing.
notified and approve some things maybe if it needs approval.
Yes. Yeah, having barriers in place for AI, I think is important. It is something that I think a lot of people are going to quickly learn. And yeah, having it do stuff for you, but also having it so that maybe it doesn't do specific things and it notifies you instead about those things. I have Jeff monitors the forum. I'll give you that's a good example. So my AI assistant throughout the day checks affLIFT. If I've posted something and somebody replied, I get an email notification, but I don't always check my email, but Jeff can send me a message on Telegram and it pops up on my phone and say, "Hey, Julia replied to your post about whatever, and her response was angry, so maybe you want to look at that." Or he looks at like sentiment of the thread as well. So yeah, anyway, that he monitors the forum, and I'm working on adding more and more stuff to his capabilities and his responsibilities. But I'm taking it kind of slow. It's only been like 2 months now, and really, he's only been monitoring the forum for probably less than a month of that. So he's keeping an eye on it for me, and we're just trying to make everything run smoother. I think the difference between what a lot of people think we're going to do with AI, and which probably in the future we will do, and what we're doing right now is it's not necessarily that an AI needs to do all of your tasks for you. The idea is that it should be an assistant to improve the tasks that you're doing and maybe make them easier for you to do.
Easier, faster, be a helper, not necessary. But AI would get to agents would get to do a lot of the stuff that are there that can be automated, and they're already doing that.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, I can make it so that earlier I mentioned I personally reach out to everybody that cancels their membership on affLIFT. I can make it so the AI does that. I just don't think that that's necessary, right? Like I want to reach out to people to figure out like so there's still that human contact. It would be very easy to have the AI do that, and it would probably be effective, but why should I do that? Actually, this is a good point. We just last week I updated the affLIFT like terms and rules for the first time in 8 years. And the main reason I wanted to do that was because I wanted to have a part on there in the rules about AI. So like our forum is fantastic because of the members and them sharing their experiences. If all of a sudden the only content that you see on the forum is people just regurgitating what AI tells them, then we kind of lose that, right? Like there's no more human experience. It's all just AI.
That's what I'm afraid of. I mean, I see that on LinkedIn, I see that on all social media platforms. It's a lot of AI content, and you lose the originality. You don't know which is real, which is like you said, generated by AI. And yeah, you lose trust.
Yeah. But I believe that there's a way that we can include AI without destroying that. So in affLIFT, our rule right now is like you can use AI to let's say translate what you're trying to say, right? Or you can use AI to structure what you're trying to say, but it needs to be what you said. So like you put your thoughts into the AI helps you translate it, helps you organize it. It's not what, creating a guide on how to run pop ads in India, right? You type that in Chat GPT, it creates a guide, you post it on affLIFT. There's no value there.
Exactly.
Like if you know how to run pop ads in India and you want to create a guide for that, you write the guide and then you can ask the AI to help organize it or help structure it or help translate it. And that's beneficial to everyone because then it's easier to read and things like that. But it's your thoughts, not the AIs. And so that's what I think that hopefully the future looks like on affLIFT, and we'll see what happens with everything
Yeah.
else. But my goal with affLIFT is to keep it, the human element is there. Like we're all there trying to help each other. We can use AI to try to improve the experience, but it doesn't necessarily need to look like it's all AI because there's I can go and talk to Chat GPT and ask it how to run a campaign in India, and it's going to try to figure it out. But I would rather ask somebody that's run a campaign in India and have them reply to me. So I think that's where, like, actually, I mean, we've had this conversation on the forum, and I've had this conversation with other like industry leaders, and it's like one of the main values, hopefully, in the future of affLIFT will be that it's actual human discussion forum where like you're still talking to other humans. and getting actual personal experience.
I hope that will be the case because I feel that human interactions are more needed. With AI getting to do the job for us, I think AI agents will start talking with each other, and some communities will lose their members. Like social media, I'm thinking about mostly.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we've seen it on affLIFT where people are messing around more with agents, and we've seen it come into the forum, but for the most part, we're the members are calling it out, and we're just like, hey, we don't want this. Like, this isn't the goal.
Yeah.
This isn't the purpose of the community. Paying
So-
to get your AI agent in the forum is useless. It's kind of cool though that we're getting a lot of traffic from Chat GPT and Claude and the different AI platforms that are training off of the forum data that is available. Most of it's a paid forum, so most of it you can't see without a paid membership. So the AI like Chat GPT doesn't have access to the internal forum data that a paid member does, but they do have access to some of it. And we are starting to see referrals and stuff. So they're using the data from the forum to help people that are typing into Chat GPT and looking for affiliate marketing questions. So that's kind of cool. And hopefully those people will come to the forum, and sign up and see that, this is what it's really all about. But
to learn
at
more.
the same, it's a little bit of a like, this is cool that the AI models trust information that is from the forum enough to like tell people, whatever they're searching for that's AI or that's affiliate marketing related, the AI is using affLIFT's, the information it has from affLIFT to help them. So that's cool.
Yeah, I can imagine. And then they can come and learn more from the resources that are for the pay members, right?
Right. Exactly.
And since we are talking about AI, what should we think like affiliates should automate first when they start using AI for their campaigns, for the processes? What should they think about automating?
One thing that I have the AI doing right now that seems to be working really, really well, and it's something that I've never really enjoyed doing, is creating multiple campaigns for me for a single offer. So I'll give an example. So a survey offer. Let's say there's a survey offer that accepts traffic from every country in the world. And let's say I want to test 10 different countries. One thing that I'm doing right now is I'll go to the traffic source, look for their traffic data. So like they'll have like a table that shows like how many impressions they get, what the average CPM is for that traffic, and any other data that they have. I'll copy and paste that or put it into a spreadsheet, give that to the AI. So then it's like, okay, here's the traffic available. And then I'll take the survey offer that has, all the countries that it can accept, the different expected outcomes. So a lot of affiliate networks will show you like, this is the average eCPM. So this is what affiliates are earning per 1,000 impressions. I'll take that data, put it into a spreadsheet and give that to the AI and then say, okay, I want to create 10 campaigns based off of the traffic data and the offer data, like which countries should we test, and then create campaigns for those countries for me. And it can do it. So Galaxin, Propeller Ads, all these traffic sources now have APIs so that you can programmatically create campaigns. And so you just give your AI assistant your API key, which full disclosure, you got to be careful with because you're giving them access to all of your data. So you give your AI assistant the API keys, and then it can go and it can create your campaigns for you. So I actually use that quite a bit now. It speeds things up. What used to take me a half hour to set up all these campaigns, the AI can do it in 30 seconds.
1 minute.
So
Yeah,
all right,
exactly.
less than a minute, honestly. So it depends on how the setup is. It's just like anything else, though. It's trial and error. So first, you ask the AI to create one campaign, you make sure it's right, and then you ask it to go ahead and make the other nine, and then have it document everything it did so that next time you ask it to do it, it has like clear documentation, like this is how I did it. I've talked about this on the forum, but like if you're going to start using AI, or AI agents specifically, which a lot of our members are, I can tell from the discussion on the forum, you want to use it in a way that makes sense as far as use it as you train it as you would an employee. So if I were if I were to hire somebody to do this for me, I would ask them to create one, make sure it's right, and then have them create the rest of them. And then I would ask the person, or I would have already done it for them, document like this is how you create a campaign, right? Like this is you got to make sure you put in the targeting. If you mess up the bid, it's going to cost a fortune. So don't mess up the bid. Double check that. Like what you would do when you're setting up the campaign, explain that to the AI, have it documented, so then every single time it'll do the exact same thing. And after it does it twice, you're gonna be like, it knows what to do. You don't ever have to check it again. It's going to follow that same documentation. So anyway, setting up the campaigns is number one. Optimizing, I think, is obvious. Again, you have to double check, but I've had AI agents and AI assisted optimization on my campaigns for quite a while now. It works really well. AI is very good at patterns, not always great at numbers, but great at patterns. So like if you tell it specifically, this is what I'm looking for, have it go through the data, it typically can find it.
Can you give me an example?
Sure. So obviously in your tracker, you can easily go and see like, if we're looking for zones that are above 30% ROI, that's easy for us. You just click a few buttons and then you can see, okay, these zones are all above 30% ROI. Maybe I want to make a whitelist for those zones. You can have the AI do that. So we already talked about it can create campaigns. So you give it access to your data for individual campaigns, and then it can go through, find the zones that are above 30% ROI, save that list of zones, create a brand new campaign on Propeller Ads where it only targets those zones that are profitable already, creates a whitelist of those, and recreates the campaign with all the same targeting and everything else and launches it for you. And again, that's something you can do. That's something I've been doing for 10 years or 20 years or whatever, but
But
it can do it
manually.
in, yeah, manually, and it can do it in a few seconds, and it can do it all night. So it can check every hour, every half hour, every 15 minutes and look for new zones that are popping up that are converting well and automatically put those in your whitelist. These are all things that traffic sources are building into their platforms, but it is still useful to have an agent that can do it across any traffic source.
That's the beauty of it. Yeah, exactly. Because you can connect it with any traffic sources. If you test multiple traffic sources, that would be really useful to have someone to do the whitelist and blacklist. And do you still keep the campaign, the original campaign, or do you stop the original campaign once you have the one with whitelist?
So it depends on the traffic source and it depends on the campaign. So if you take out the whitelist, right? If you take out those zones, which you don't necessarily have to do, sometimes you just leave them in there at a lower bid and let the traffic continue. And if it stays profitable, then you're getting a bigger proportion of the traffic that's profitable anyway. So it doesn't hurt your bottom line. But if you take them out and then the campaign's negative, then I would probably just pause it. One thing that I always tell affiliates to be careful of, though, if you set up a whitelist and you only run the whitelist, any new zones or sources of traffic that campaign could be making money off of are no longer there, right? Because you're just focused on, let's say, five zones. So any new zones that pop up or any of them that were negative, but you didn't have enough data for that could have been profitable are you're no longer getting traffic from. So a lot of times, well, on the forum, you'll see members recommend blacklist over whitelist. It just depends on your strategy and what your goal is. If your goal is to get 100% ROI, then you're probably going to need to have just a whitelist running. But if you're happy with a lower ROI but more volume, then you just create a blacklist and just remove out the zones that don't perform. So it just depends.
And how about tracking? How important is tracking still for affiliates today?
Tracking is critical, right? Like the whole point of your campaign, you're running an affiliate marketing campaign, you're trying to make a profitable campaign with a positive ROI. Like that's the goal. The way that you do that is by buying the data and then segmenting out the bad stuff. Like that's it. That's the whole thing. You have to make changes, you have to add in different landing pages, different offers, blah blah blah. The end goal is just to be profitable, and the only way that you get profitable is through having the data that creates the profitable campaign. And unless you're lucky, if you put a campaign together and it's profitable without having to touch it, that's beautiful. It happens sometimes. It's the golden goose, but it typically doesn't last super long. But those are fun. But it's once a year if you're running a ton of campaigns, and then it doesn't last that long. So tracking is critical, and that's why the number one thing, like when on our beginner course, like the number one thing is just getting your first campaign and learning how to track and optimize. Like that's it. Like that's the whole thing. Like that's affiliate marketing in general. You have to have the offers, you have to have the tools, but the only way that you're going to make money off of it is by tracking and optimizing for the most part.
Yeah, I think that once you have the data, you need to learn how to use that data, because if you just have it and you just look at it, nothing will happen. And
Yes.
if you have the data in your tracker and you build the AI to optimize based on it, you also have to know how to optimize them, what to ask that agent, because it's not always enough to let the system run by themselves.
Yeah,
It's important to understand what you're trying to do.
yes, and I don't think that I think we're still a long way away from somebody being able to that has no idea what they're doing with affiliate marketing, just creating an agent and telling the agent to run an affiliate marketing campaign with no prior data or experience and just having it be profitable. I mean, that I don't see that happening anytime soon. Like there has to be, you have to be able to control it. You have to be able to explain to it what you're looking for. Yes, it will know, the basic structure of a campaign and it will know all of the basics that it's learned, but it won't necessarily know exactly what to do. And like we already said in this interview, the industry is constantly changing, and the AIs will keep up, but it's not going to be as efficient as having somebody that knows what they're doing behind the scenes. Like I'm going to need to be there, you're going to need to be there, we're going to need to be there to help control it and show it the way. I guess is how I would explain it. At least for now, it's not once you can just tell the AI to go run this campaign or find a profitable campaign and run it, nobody's going to be able to do it because everybody's going to be able to do it.
Yeah, exactly. There will be just AI doing stuff. I mean, I don't think it will be anytime soon that you just say,
No,
I want to run this product on Facebook, do the campaign, do everything by yourself, just like that.
yeah, yeah. I don't know. I don't that part of it is. I mean, maybe someday, but hope not.
We will see. We will see.
Yeah.
Okay, we are getting close to ending this interview. Tell me, what would you tell someone starting now in affiliate marketing? Like your top advice for somebody starting now?
The first thing that we always tell somebody, and this has been since I was an affiliate manager, is that affiliate marketing is hard. Like there is a lot, and it's less misinformation now, but for a long time there's just a lot of misinformation about. Oh, it's so easy. You
Easy
go,
money.
yeah, you go, you press a button and then you're making $100 a day. Like that's not the case. It's really never been the case. It's just like anything else. If you're learning something new, there's going to be a learning curve, right? Like there's always a learning curve. And affiliate marketing is no different. It's not some get rich quick thing. That's something like I think you have to set expectations, and I've always tried to be straightforward about that. It's not, you have to have money to invest to run a successful affiliate marketing campaign. You can't really start from zero. Like you have to have some money to invest, and you need to set your expectations so that your first campaign is probably not going to be profitable. Your second campaign is probably not going to be profitable. You might not be profitable until your 10th campaign. It might take longer than that. And so it's important to understand that, and then budgeting within those guidelines, I guess, or those expectations, like understanding like this is how much money I am willing to lose to try to learn how to do this. Having some sort of budget and understanding that like this is the money that I'm using. Yes, it's probably not going to earn me very much back, but I'm paying to learn how to do this essentially. So that's something that we
It's
we
like
push
an
out.
investment in your knowledge and learning new things.
Yes, yes, exactly. It's an investment in learning how to do it. Like if there's something that we can do right now where I can pay $100 and see an instant return of let's say $1,000, like tell me so I can do that. It doesn't exist. And so that's not what affiliate marketing is. It's an investment in learning, and that's number one. Learn how to use the trackers, learn how to use the tools, and learn the basics understanding of like how to run an affiliate marketing campaign. That's key. You can't skip it. Like a lot of people will come in and be like, "Oh, I'm gonna go run this on Facebook." Great. How are you gonna do it? Like, we know what your end goal is. Your end goal is to be profitable, but how are you going to get there, and what exactly are you going to do? So yeah, having some sort of strategy, having an understanding, and then just kind of like working it day to day, and just knowing that like you're going to have to make constant little improvements, and write down what you're doing, document what you're doing, so that next time you can look back and be like, oh, I did this and that didn't work. Yeah, I think that's just setting expectations, and knowing that you got to have some money. I always tell people it's like if you can't put together $100 to $200 to try this, then just wait. Like don't do it yet, because you're going to spend $25. You're going to be get up, and you're just going to waste the $25, and you're never going to come back. Having some sort of budget where you can say, okay, this is what I'm going to spend. Uh, you know, I'm hoping to see a return. Let's see what it looks like.
Yeah, and I think it's very useful for people to learn, and mostly to learn from others' experience, other people experience who try that, because it's much cheaper to learn from others than to invest your money, because you learn from their mistakes and then you can apply for your when you launch your campaign. Oh, that guy applied that and it didn't work. I will not do that. And it's much useful, I think, on the long term to learn from others.
Yeah, decrease the learning curve as much as you can just by looking at what other people are doing. And there are ways to get a basic understanding of how everything works without spending $1,000. So like our beginner course on affLIFT, the campaign that you run for that, you spend like $10 between being brand new, never having done anything, to setting it up and getting your first conversions. You can spend $10 and have enough data and stuff to like see how it works if you're running the right offer. So like it doesn't have to be where you spend a ridiculous amount of money and then immediately see no return. Because we've seen that on affLIFT too, where people are like, they'll post their introduction thread and they're like, I've spent $5,000 and I haven't anything to show for it. And it's like, well, that sucks. that
Yeah.
that is not the goal. Like, that is you definitely could have decreased that and learned a lot more just through, but not, the forum is a great source, but anything, just learn as you go.
Okay, thank you. That's great. And where can people get in touch with you?
Sure. So obviously, I'm on affLIFT. If you register for the forum, it's just afflift.com, afflift.com. If you register, you get a welcome message from me. It's automated, and you can reply to that. And I check the forum all day, every day, so you'll probably get a response quicker than you expect. So that's the easiest way to get in touch with me. But you can send me an email, luke@afflift.com. I check my email all day too. I'm an open book. I'm happy to share any information, or if there's anything specific that somebody has a question about that's related to affiliate marketing or AI or whatever, I'm happy to respond. It's kind of always been my thing. I think that I've been successful with affLIFT in the affiliate industry in general, just because like I don't, I just want to be helpful. Like I'm learning too, and I like having a open line of communication where we can just discuss things, because I think that's where we all learn. And like, it doesn't matter if you're a member of the forum or whatever. I don't care. Just send me a message.
Yeah, that's amazing. I love this mindset. I mean, I find it very rare in our industry. And yeah, it's very nice to see that you try to help others so much. Okay,
I
Luke,
appreciate that.
thanks a lot for joining me today. Thank you, Luke. See you on the forum.
Thanks.
And that's a wrap of this episode of Champions of Performance Marketing. Thanks for joining us. And if you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to subscribe and leave us a review. Keep pushing your campaigns and see you next time with our next guest. Bye.